I know change takes time, and whilst I've been critical of Keir Starmer's dealing with immigration, both legal and illegal, having been in power for just over 100 days, then you can't really expect widespread changes as of yet. However, sometimes you read stuff and it quite clearly shows that Keir Starmer nor his Labour government have any real intention of dealing with the issues that the British people care about. In this instance, that issue is once again illegal immigration and the small boats bringing unvetted, unrecorded people into this country who will live here at the taxpayers' expense until they are processed in some way, shape or form. Invariably, this results in an endless cycle of asylum applications which are often rejected, until such a point as they are made legal migrants, merely as a way to get them off the books, so to speak. Labour could be forced to reopen asylum hotels as migrant numbers surge, despite manifesto pledges to end the policy and save the taxpayer billions. Now, we can always take with a little bit of a pinch of salt what we read in the press. However, the very fact that there is even discussion around reopening previously closed migrant hotels goes to show how little focus there actually is on tackling the problem of immigration and rather just sort of dealing with the fallout from it, which is the massive numbers of completely unvetted people coming into the country every week, every month and every year. You don't need to scroll too far down this particular article to find an associated article where it talks about Britain being home to the greatest number of asylum seekers, or so-called asylum seekers, anywhere in Europe. However, considering the UK is an island, this is somewhat of a feat. So we have to ask ourselves, in reality, why are people continuing to come? Why are people continuing to pay people traffickers and make the often perilous journey across the channel to the UK? Sorry to interrupt the video very quickly. If you're not already subscribed, please just hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. There'll be no hard feelings if you change your mind at a later date. At the moment, only 5% of people who watch my videos regularly are actually subscribed. So let's change that around a little bit. Hit that button and it'd be greatly appreciated. It helps me more than you know. There'll also be a link in the description down there if you want to buy us a beer. But for now, back to the video. Most of these people who arrive in the UK will have been through several safe countries, including many Western European countries, before making the perilous journey over to the UK, which has seen people in the past die. There must be something that is drawing them to this country. And surely the logical, rational solution to the problem of all these people coming to the UK is to find out what the draw is, why these people are paying the money and risking their own lives to get here, and cutting that off so the allure of the UK is simply not there, and they stop, if they are true asylum seekers and true refugees, in the first safe country that will have them. However, they continue to come. Thousands of extra hotel beds for migrants are said to be hired in a major humiliation for the Labour government. It's only a humiliation if they care. The Home Office faces the prospect of splurging taxpayers' money on additional accommodation amid rising levels of Channel small boat arrivals. So the number of boat arrivals is increasing and increasing, despite this being very much at the forefront of conversation at the moment, despite immigration quite clearly being one of the public's biggest concerns. And Keir Starmer knows this is one of the public's biggest concerns. He was very quick to act when there was flare-up of protests against immigration and at the immigration hotels. He knows that this is a massive concern of the public. He even put it in his manifesto to reduce the number of small boats, to smash the gangs, but yet the number keeps increasing. And rather than come out and tell the British public what he's going to do to address the problem, and like I say, I think the way to address the problem would be to stop people wanting to come here, they're going to ring fence even more taxpayer money to accommodate the new arrivals. Maybe there's a bit of a clue there. If you're not spending the money on deterring them, if you're not spending the money on sending them back from whence they came, but instead you're spending the money on accommodating them, heating them, feeding them and looking after them, maybe, just maybe, this is the reason that they keep coming in ever-increasing numbers. However, surely the solution is plain for everyone to see. At the moment, the current total of migrants being housed in hotels is 40,000. Now, if you extrapolate that out and think about the cost to the British government, the cost to the British taxpayer, ultimately, of housing these people, think how many more border force agents we could have. Think how much more we could protect the shoreline. And stop, whether this is their intention or not, using that money to tempt people to come to this country with the promise of being looked after at the cost of the British taxpayer. A lot of these people don't like the British. They don't like Britain, and they have no remorse in coming over here, getting what they can, and living off the British taxpayer with no remorse whatsoever. No intentions of returning, no intentions of integrating, no intentions of getting a job and paying the system back, merely as a means of living a comfortable life at the expense of soft-touch Britain. Stay safe and stay sane, everyone.